Caroline, it's great to see you here at Cannes. Walk me through the genesis of Chopard's relationship with the Cannes Film Festival.
Well, Chopard has been an official partner of Cannes since this year, 27 years. It's my 27th year. So it feels like somehow yesterday, but at the same time, I'm looking back and I'm like, I came from there to here, because obviously when we started, Cannes was not Cannes as a festival. It was very intimate, very intellectual, but not at all at the level as now. Today, Cannes is the biggest in the world. And Chopard as a company, more or less the same. And actually with Cannes also started more or less the high jewelry. So, because all of a sudden I realized that you need bigger diamonds than the Happy Diamonds on the red carpet, which the Happy Diamonds is iconic for Chopard. So it really grew organically, and it's been a beautiful story. And Thierry from Mons says always it's like a love story between Cannes and Chopard. I look forward every year, but it's also hard work to prepare everything for the next Cannes, because this year's Cannes Red Carpet collection has 77 pieces in synchronizing the years of the film festival, 77th year. So every year I add one piece to the collection, so next year will be 78. I could have done it easier taking the Chopard years, but well, it's a challenge, but I think my team and the artisans, they love the challenge, and it's always good to be back, and I'm happy finally the sun is shining.
No doubt. You mentioned the bigger pieces are the pieces that show up on the red carpet. Who is the Chopard demographic? Who is the customer?
Customers, I think, with taste from all over the world. I mean, here you see like a melting point, because you have, in the festival, you have over 70 different countries in the selection of movies. So you have the same amount of productions from different countries coming, and the same amount, if you look at all the big yachts out there from all over the world, you have people from Africa, from South America, from Middle East, of course, Europe, America, all the Russian area. I mean, Kazakhstan, Russia, a little bit less, but I think it's great because everything is sort of like melting down, and it's great. So age-wise, we have, yesterday night we had a dinner with Kevin Costner on the roof, and there was a little girl, 7 years, she said, I'm wearing your clown, my first design. And I said, actually it was my mom's clown. So she gave it to me because I'm going to Cannes. And you see, that's nice because it gets passed on from generation to generation. So I'm catering to all age groups and all nationalities.
So all nationalities. Where is Chopard growing today? Is it the Middle East? Is it Asia?
Well, obviously Asia is a big part of our market, but also Middle East is doing very well. And I think we have been very known in the Middle East since many, many years. So we have a lot of very devoted clients there, since friends, since ever, where, as I said, even our partners in the Middle East, my parents have started to work with the parents, and now my brother and me, we're working with the brothers. So I think that's what is nice in the Middle East, that a lot of the businesses are family-owned companies. It's not like belonging to big groups, so that's actually nice.
Yeah. When you think about what happens next as the president of Chopard, in your mind, is this a company that you believe will ever go public?
Well, you should never say never, right? But that's not on the agenda, but I think whatever happens, the legacy has to live on, and obviously in the best, most professional manner. So now whether this is 100% family run or with some outside silent investors, or we never talked about that, but definitely I think I can talk for my brother and me. One thing is for sure, that we want Chopard to live on, grow as a legacy, and I think we have many years before that, so it's not on top of the agenda.
Not top of the agenda for IPO. In your mind, how is the luxury space going to look in 2024? Because quite frankly, we have a lot of conflict in the world, there are a lot of global financial worries. In your mind, does that impact luxury goods?
Obviously, subconsciously it does, because people, it's not that they don't have the means to buy something beautiful, but maybe they're not in the mood, they're worried, and there is especially in Europe, even though maybe the Middle East is closer to the conflict, they are less concerned than maybe the Europeans, which are sort of squashed in the middle. And unfortunately, we have in Europe, we don't really have leaderships, unfortunately. Unfortunately, in a lot of the big countries, not only countries, but they are not human-minded. They are more greed and money and power, and this is not good. I think maybe if there would be more women at the power, we wouldn't be in such a situation. I'm not in politics, but it hurts me to see that innocent kids and people, men, women, are killed for no reason, really, in 2024. And I don't really watch the news anymore, because I cannot be creative if I watch the news. I have to go to the office positive, and I have to sort of, stimulate the whole teams and create beauty, and that's what I love to do, and that's why maybe the good theme for this year is fairy tale, because it puts us back in childhood, when we were dreaming and listening to the bedside stories of our moms. So maybe it's the right collection for the moment. But yeah, the world is in turmoil, and I really wish it to stop. I mean, there's not really, as I said, there's not really a reason apart from selling more weapons. And I have a lot of friends from all over the world, from all countries, and none of them agree. And a lot of them are friends between each other, from whether it's Ukrainians with Russians, or whether it's Palestinians with Israelis, or it doesn't make sense. It is senseless. And I believe. I always say, why don't you stop? But I think we have to go back to become human and appreciate what we have, and be grateful, and help others, and give back, and like here in Cannes, people are having a good moment, enjoying life. And yes, maybe they made it, and they have the means, and they please themselves with a nice watch, a nice piece of jewelry, which is fine. Or going out with your best friends to a nice restaurant. Yes. And you can't have this fear all the time.
Finally, you were speaking about the ecosystem and your need to go in every day and inspire people for the brand. As president of the company, as a leader, as a woman, what is your advice to other women in business who are looking to get to the top?
Well, it's follow your passion, work hard, because it's also about not just getting there. You work your way up. You work and you prove if you're good, you will make it. But it has to be your devotion, what you're doing. I think you should not be in a field or in a job that you don't really like, because then you won't be good. If you don't like cooking, don't become a chef. So, but I'm very happy and proud to see that there's a lot of women at the top of big companies, especially in Asia also, and now also in the Middle East, and they are really good. And they can buy themselves, not flowers, but jewelry. For example, here in Cannes, now the president of the festival is a woman since second year, and she's on top, she's German, not French. She's great. Then you have the president of the jury, a woman. So things are changing, and I think I love men, and I like that somebody opens me the door. But I think it's good that we are respectedly at the same level if we have the same skills.
Caroline, it's great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us.